Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Amy Tetlow Baxter, and today's webinar is on upfront payments. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. The duration of this webinar will be approximately 15 to 20 minutes. My microphone is on and everybody else has been automatically muted. Your speakers must be turned on to hear this webinar, and questions will be taken during or at the end of the webinar using the chat box. So our webinar overview is today you will learn why you need Stripe in your life right now, how you can reduce no-shows, why upfront payments go hand in hand with online booking and your mobile guest app, how to secure part or full payments before a client's appointment, and plenty more. So what is upfront payments? So powered by Stripe, it's an integrated payment solution that allows you to secure a part or full upfront payment from a client for their appointment. This feature isn't actually available just yet, but it will be released over the next couple of weeks. It's the best of breed payment provider, which also powers things like Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, Shopify, Kickstarter, Deliveroo, and UNICEF. With shortcuts, your clients can make an upfront payment only through the mobile guest app and online booking. So what can it do for your business? It can reduce no-shows. It does this by securing part or full payments for a service. Your client is much more likely to turn up. So if they know that they've spent so much with you already, they're not going to want to lose out on that money. If a guest doesn't show, you can choose to charge a cancellation fee. The cancellation fee, if you do have a no-show, you can choose to charge their deposits or return the deposit to their account. You can also choose to charge part of the payment amount as a cancellation fee and put the remaining amount back in their account. It's completely up to you. So it really does depend on why they're cancelling. So if it was a valid reason, you might decide that you don't want to take the full amount off them and you do just want to take a partial amount, or maybe you want to put the whole amount on their account. It's entirely up to you. It does also save staff time, so guests can book and pay on their mobiles using upfront payments. Your staff won't have to do a thing. And it creates a seamless guest experience. It's a simple few-step process that clients can do from home on their computer or anywhere on their mobile. So why will you love it? So first of all, it's a secure payment before a client's appointment. So hopefully it's going to reduce no-shows. I know that can be really annoying, especially on a Saturday when you're super busy and somebody doesn't turn up for their appointment. It increases guest spend on additional products or services during their appointment. It streamlines your front desk, and it is fully configurable and flexible to suit you. So you've got to think of it with upfront payments. The client has already made financial commitments, so is much more likely to show up. Since the client has paid either part of the full final cost, that the money is already out of mind, so they're more open to spending additional money on products and services, which is always nice. It streamlines your front desk. Your staff don't need to take deposits over the phone. I know a lot of salons do take deposits around Christmas time, so that will help with this. And if the guest has paid in full, they can leave their appointment with no more to do. Just make sure they rebook, really. You can choose how much you'd like to secure up front. So whether it's 10% or 50% of the service, you can set different upfront payment rules depending on the service type and also the employee. So if a client books an express facial, you might choose to only take 10% of the service. However, if a client's booking in for a deluxe facial that's going to take more time, you can choose to take maybe 50% as it's a higher price service. If a client cancels, you can also choose to take a cancellation fee like we mentioned before. For your clients, So your clients can book through your app or online booking, meaning it's super simple and familiar. Their details are securely saved as a token, ready for next time. I do quite like this for the client because it means they can pay when it's convenient for them as well. So if they book their appointments in the evening, they can pay a partial payment at that point. And it's good, obviously, that we're just securing all of their payment details as well. So, excuse me. This is just a bit of a screenshot to show you the different rules that you can have set up. So you'll notice there I've got two different rules. I've got a rule for 10% deposit just up here, and I've got a rule here as well for 50%. Now I know when when the service is costing you a lot more, then you're probably going to want to take a higher percentage. So especially for hair extensions, which is my example just here. So for hair extensions, a lot of salons will take the deposit, and that deposit is actually the price of the hair because you have to go out and purchase it. So it could even be that you say, right, we want you to pay 50% or 100% up front, so you do not lose out on any money. And like I say, with this, you can have as many rules as you like. The only thing I'd be careful for is that they don't coincide with each other, so you're not asking someone to pay, twice the price. So how does it work for your clients? So clients make a booking as usual through the mobile guest app or online booking. Your client enters their card details into the Stripe payment window and presses pay. If you have enabled it, which we would always recommend that you do, your client will then receive a confirmation email. And after their first upfront payment, your client's card details will be securely stored as a token in their online booking account or app. This means that your clients won't have to enter their details over and over again each time they make a booking in future. So it makes it much, much quicker. So how does it work for you? As soon as a client makes an upfront payment, the payment will be visible in your appointment book and transaction list, as well as their Stripe account. In your appointment book, it will show as the normal yellow needs review colour in your appointment book, just the same as it does with online bookings. It will also have a green upfront payment symbol to indicate a part or full payment has been made. And the upfront payment will be in your transaction list. The good thing about this as well, it will also show in their history. So if you go into the history of the client, you will see when they've paid in the past. You will also be able to see how much they've paid. The good thing is as well, when you actually check out a client who has paid up front, it will automatically deduct that money at the point of sale. So you will see, for example, somebody's paid £5 up front. When you check the client out, it will show that £5 being taken off in the payment screen. Like I say, upfront payments isn't available just yet, but it will be available in the upcoming weeks. And that is pretty much it for upfront payments. So today you've learned why you need Stripe in your life right now, how you can reduce no-shows, why upfront payments go hand in hand with online booking and your mobile guest app, how to secure part or full payments before a client's appointment, and plenty more. So does anybody have any questions for me? I will just give you a couple of minutes to pop in any questions that you may have. So I have just had a little question, and the question was, is the payment system linked to both the booking system and app? So pretty much, yeah. So basically, when somebody has the app, it actually, and you can actually make appointments via the app, it goes through the same online booking system. So it would be the same Stripe account for both. So they would both work in the same way. The only difference is on the online booking page, you have to select the category, service category, the service, and then the employee's name, where when you look at the app, most of the time you can just go straight to the service and then it'll search for the appointments dependent on the employee you wish to see. But yes, it is linked to both, and it's just one account for both of them. Yes, I've just had another little request. I've just been asked if we can go maybe a couple of slides back, so please bear with me. Can I just double check? Is this the slide that you were wanting to see? Please just let me know. Perfect, that's the right slide. I will email these across to you as well. You will get the email. It usually goes out the day after the webinar, so we'll make sure you've all got this as well. There was a couple of extra things. So cancellation fees. So it's entirely up to you how much you charge them as a cancellation fee. I mean, the whole point of a deposit is that we're taking so much up front, so that if the client doesn't turn up, we take that whole amount. But like I say, it could be that the client has a valid reason for not turning up. It could be that they're poorly, or emergency, anything like that. And you can choose what you do with regards to either refunding them, putting the money on their account. Most of the time, you'd probably want to put the money on their account so that it's available for next time. And what you can basically do is go into the history and shortcuts, which will show when they've paid. And once you right click, there's a little refund button and you can choose how to refund them back. So and when you do that, it will then give you the options, put it on their account, refund it back to the client, and you can change the amount there as well. So you could say they've paid £5 up front, but we're going to give them £3 back as an example. Okay. So another little question I've got here is there an extra cost to ourselves to add this feature on? So as long as you have the online bookings, I can't give you a definitive answer on the costing, but there would just be a small fee to have this set up in the background. As soon as we have more information on the costing, an email will be sent out to all of our clients to inform them exactly how much this will cost. Now, if you're already using one of because we did used to have PayPal as an option, and the reason we've actually changed this and gone with Stripe is because Stripe is much cheaper to you. So PayPal do charge quite a bit more than Stripe, and that's why we've swapped this over. So if you are already using PayPal and you're happy for us to swap you onto Stripe, just let us know and we can do that for you. Not a problem at all. So how is Stripe installed? So basically what we would do, once you've informed us that you wanted to use the Stripe account, we would enable it on our side. Once we have done this, you will receive an email, and on that email there will be a little link that you can click on to sign up to Stripe. So because this is obviously a payment method, it's for all your bank details and where you want the money to go to, we can't really assist with that too much. It is all quite self-explanatory when you click on it. And then once you've got that, it's a very simple video just to show you how you can set it up in the customer console, but we could always give you assistance as well. But literally, if you go onto the customer console, in the Book Me settings, on the right hand side, there would be a little box that says Upfront Payments. Click on it and you can set up your rules and you're pretty much away. And you can change them. So it could be that you change the rules dependent on the time of year, which is absolutely not a problem at all. Sorry, I'm just reading over a couple more questions. So the main thing, so there's a little question here just asking about how much, shortcuts would take from the deposit. You're not really talking about shortcuts taking money of the deposit. You're talking about Stripe. So it's the same as PayPal. So PayPal did used to take a percentage. Stripe do the same, but I believe it is half of what PayPal take. So you're looking at about 3%. So with the cancellations, you have got a couple of options. So you can actually click on the client and show them that they've cancelled and you don't want to refund them, or you can choose to refund them. So it's entirely up to you. So pretty much as soon as that money has gone into your account, you have taken that, you've banked that money. So it's entirely up to you then. If you then want to refund it, you can do. But as soon as that money has gone into your shortcut system, that money has been banked. So I've just had another little question about same day bookings. This is entirely up to you. You do have the option, and if you just bear with me 1 second, can you see on the screenshot just here, days in advance? You can choose that. So it could be that if you have somebody, let's be honest, if somebody called up today to come in for an appointment today, they're more than likely going to turn up because the appointment, they're not going to forget about it. So days in advance, it could be that you say 1 day in advance, they have to pay a deposit. But if they pay on the day, they don't have to pay that deposit. It is entirely up to you. So it really does depend on your clientele and if you're having issues with clients calling up on the day and then cancelling last minute. But I would probably say more than likely, if you have a client coming in, they've called up today to make an appointment for a couple of hours time, they're going to turn up. And I would then probably set where I've got days in advance to one or 2 days. So another little question. So what about if clients call the salon and pre-book? Can prepayments be taken over the phone using Stripe? The answer is no, and the main reason for that is I just wouldn't recommend it, because there's no point. If a client calls you up and you're taking a payment over the phone, I would put it straight through your card machine. By doing that, you're going to forfeit having to pay Stripe a percentage of that deposit. So no. So what I would do is if a client called up to make a booking and you wanted to take a deposit over the phone, I would just put it straight through your card machine. Then you're not having to put any percentage of that deposit to Stripe. I wasn't actually aware that Stripe, it was Uber that used Stripe as well. It surprised me. But yeah, as you probably know, Uber are huge and they use it all the time. So I suppose they're the biggest people I know at the moment that are using it. I'm just going to have a little look. I think I've answered all questions. I'm just going to check over one last time. I think I've covered everything. I'm just going to have one little read over. I'll just go back down to the bottom to make sure I've not missed anything. I think I've just missed one here. Yeah, so the question I've got here is, can you take deposits on certain treatments and not all? Yes, definitely. You are it's up to you what you decide to take deposits on. So it could be, for example, in a beauty salon, you don't want to take a deposit on an eyebrow wax because it's £5 and we don't want a percentage of that going to Stripe. However, if you've got somebody coming in that's going to be paying a lot more and they could then cancel last minute, then yeah, I would choose exactly how you want to take, how much you take as a deposit for them. So you'll notice on my little screenshot in the background, you can actually select for, it could be for certain employees that are really, really busy in the salon that you take a deposit for them. And it could just be for certain services you want to take a deposit. It's entirely up to you. It's so flexible. You can build this however you want it to work. So So with the Stripe, as soon as you actually sign up to Stripe, they will provide you login details, and at any point you can jump onto the website and have a look at transactions and pull all your reports from there. I don't believe they send the reports to you, but it is flexible. You can jump on there at any point and have a look over exactly, the money that's gone into your account and things like that. And also, if you were given a refund, you could also see when that refund has gone through. Has anybody got any more questions for me? I mean, if anybody does want any more information on the Stripe upfront payments, feel free to give us a call. Like I said, this feature has not been officially launched just yet, but it will be available in the upcoming weeks. If you do want to have any more information on it, feel free to give us a call on 0161 972 4900, and our team will be able to assist you on that. I have got one last little screen. So we actually have upfront payments now available. Our video is available on our website just in preparation to launch, and this is the web address just here. So if you want to make a little note of that, because it is worth, now these will actually this is a video just to enable you to sign up, but also if you go to our Learning Centre, and if you bear with me a second, I'm going to show you where you can find all the little videos. Bear with me. So if you go to our website, which is shortcuts.co.uk, and on the top right hand side, we've got a little arrow for support. If you go into our Learning Centre there, and then in the Shortcuts Fusion, just click on the Explorer. Now remember, we have videos on absolutely everything. So once you click on the Explore button, give it a second for them all to load up, and we have upfront payments just here. Once you click on the plus sign, feel free, this is literally how you would set it up. So imagine you are live, looking at these videos, watching the videos will give you all the information you need to know. But like I say, in our Learning Centre, we have videos for everything. So please do make the most of them and use them as much as you need to. Just in case you missed that website to sign up to upfront payments, I've just popped it back on the screen. But that's pretty much it for our webinar today. Thank you very much for joining me. We've got loads of new features coming out soon. I'm very excited. So I'm sure you'll be hearing from me quite a lot more in the future. But thank you so much for your time, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you.